Hello, welcome to Thursday Talk with Tina. I'm Tina Hudson, and today I have the privilege of my mom, Lois Pinkard, being with me today. As you remember, we're walking through the book of James verse by verse, and we've come to the end of the chapter 1, where James says, if anyone considers himself religious and yet does not keep a tight rein on his tongue, he deceives himself, and his religion is worthless. Religion that God the Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. You know, James tells us here that if we consider ourselves to be religious, and that's not talking about religious activity or religious rituals, it's talking about a relationship with Jesus from our heart that changes our outward acts as well. And one of the ways that we prove that it's not just a ritual that we're going through, but that we truly have a heart change as a result of that relationship with Jesus is by the things that we do. As James has already told us, we should be doers of the word and not just hearers only. And one of the things it says here that we are to do is to take care of widows and orphans in their distress. My mom has been a widow for over 20 years now. She's a very godly woman, been teaching Sunday school for many, many years. And yet there are times when I can help her by buying her groceries or filling up her car with gasoline, doing things that I can help her with. And in so doing, it's more than just talking about a relationship with God, it's actually putting feet to that. James talks about the two groups that were the most vulnerable during that day: the widows who had to depend upon their family or the church to take care of them, and orphans as well. And so are we in our lives, are we looking out for those around us who might need our help? Are we taking note of the widows in our churches and the ways that God might use us to help in their lives? And finally, James says, not only do you help widows and orphans in their distress, but you also show that you have a relationship with Jesus by allowing yourself to be unstained or unpolluted by the things of the world. So we keep a pure heart by spending time in the Word, by spending time in prayer, and by allowing practical acts such as helping those that need our help the most to prove that we truly have a relationship with Jesus. So go today and be a follower of the Word, be a doer of the Word, and allow God to use you in the lives of precious people like my mom. Thank you, and may God bless.